All right, Carrie tells me I'm live. Sound quality, can you hear me? All right, thank you very much for the sound check and live. Any problems throughout the game, let me know. Send me a text, Carrie. Back here on a Sunday morning at 10:20. Well, we're going to get a little started probably a little bit early here between South Kent and the Cleveland Barons. I got my buddy Dave, the security guy, I made friends with over the weekend and got me hooked up on the other side today. So we're filming from the opposite side, getting ourselves a different look for the last game of the weekend, give you a little look from the bench side, and quite frankly, the most important thing, got me away from all the parents. So I've got my press box set up, and we're ready. We're ready. The boys hopefully are going to be buzzing like they were yesterday against Buffalo Junior Sabres. Got a four-man referee. Getting my sound and audio supervisor sending me some things here. So we'll let everybody know. We've got 50 seconds on the board here. We get ready for game time. And again, the South Kent Cardinals will, as you can see on the screen, changed up the graphics for this morning's game. South Kent will be playing the Cleveland Barons out of Cleveland, Ohio. They play in the Tier 1 Elite League. I believe they are 1-1 on the weekend, potentially. I know they lost to Fox Motor yesterday, 2-1, as I was here watching that game. So we'll get that game's clock set back up to 17 minutes. I hope to get this game zoomed in here as soon as the boys are done with their warm-ups. The boys will be hopping on the bus as soon as this game is over and going back to South Kent. It'll probably take them about an 8-hour bus ride to get back. And South Kent gets their little 1-2-3 South Kent cheer going here. So boys are in black today. They will be the away team. We've got the Cleveland Barons in white there. And the South Kent Cardinals will be going right to left in the first period on your screen. And we're going to start this game with the usual Starters, well, actually, no. Caden Kern's going to fill in for Min. So at center, number 10, Tyson Gogan. On right wing, number 67, Brooks Armstrong. On left wing, number 18, Caden Kern. On left defense, number 22, Drew Allison. Number 8, Kaylor Bullard on right D. And in goal, number 29, Bennett Law, also known as the Dominator after yesterday's windmill save at the end of the game. And here we go. So, the puck's down and ready to go, and they control the play right off the opening face-off and get that puck in deep. Curtin on the forecheck, but Oliver's able to get that puck for Cleveland and try to get that puck out. And Allison has it now, and he'll send that puck in deep. Gets it, puck right, crazy bounce off the boards. Gogan on the forecheck, and that jumps over Bullard. Bullard moves it over to Allison. Allison takes that puck off the boards and moves it back to Bullard. Bullard up to Gogan. Gogan can't handle it, and he moves it over to Caden Kern, who's able to get that puck in. So we got a South Kick can get his line change, and Tyson Gogan was not able to control that, and that's coming back here in the neutral zone to Mikulski. They move it over, and Karkner's got the puck coming down the left side. Strong. Hopefully he's got his wheels buzzing again today, like he did yesterday. Seymour down on the puck now. Javis cycles the puck low, and Cooper Plotz sends that puck back behind the net, and Seymour puts a body check on his guy. And here comes Cleveland up the ice. They try to come into the offensive zone, and they get right through the two defensemen. Cooper Plotz on the far side. Gets knocked off the puck by Osseo. Mikulski turns that puck over off of a skate, and another turnover. And Karkner's in on the forecheck in the neutral zone. Cleveland will regroup. And Seymour puts a stick on him. He's got his feet moving on that forecheck. And the Cleveland defenseman will carry the puck through the middle and try to get that in deep. And it gets over Allison, but he's able to stop it somewhat. And they move that shot's on net, and almost a tripping call. Referee had his whistle up close. Itai goal and gets that puck out. Jackson Mosley puts the stick on that, and Drew Allison sends it over to the far side for Itai. Itai sends an indirect pass, but can't get to Mosley, and that sends Cleveland back on a rush, and they take a shot. Bennett Law didn't see the rebound, but gets out of trouble. Hunter Carson has it down low. He sends a reverse over to the far side for Billy Mascari. Billy Mascari sends it a little high one off the glass to get out of trouble, and Cleveland will come back into their zone with Mosley on the forecheck. Cleveland moves that puck to the far side over to Hunter Carson. He chips it back to the middle, and Billy Mascari now enters the offensive zone. They lose possession. Cleveland comes up with a big hit by Hunter Carson on Blake Aerosmith. And Bullard throws it up to the strong side, far side, and Bullard sends it up to the near side to Caden Kern. Caden Kern's got some time with the puck, and he's able to get the blue line and get into the offensive zone and gets run from behind. And Pomeriko gets a shot on net. So we have 13:38 here in the first period. I believe that might have been our first whistle. Hopefully that's the case and we don't have a whistle-happy crew today. Gogan out here to take the draw. And that will be looks like they're kicking out Gogan. So we're going to bring in Armstrong. Armstrong takes the draw. Who's able to control this off the face-off. Looks like Cleveland's able to get this one. They move that puck up to the far side. And into the middle as Bullard steps up and closes the gap in on his guy. And that's a run there. Right? And Aerosmith misses a wide open net. Yeah, I thought he ran Gogan. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Aerosmith will never change. The kid will never change. Tyson Gogan trying to get to the bench, he's dragging his leg, and he typical Aerosmith fashion, he throws a check into Gogan, trying to get off the bench. Classless move there. But hey, I don't expect anything else. Shot saved by the Dominator, who rips that one out of the air. Mikulski off the glass. That doesn't get out of the zone. He sends that puck to the far side to Karkner. And Seymour on a forecheck. Mikulski has the puck. He spins back. He throws it over to his D partner, Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson tries to throw that to the middle, but that is intercepted by Cleveland. But Seymour's back on the forecheck or back check there. Hunter Carson has it. He tries to go to the near side to Corbin Karkner. And Mikulski's able to get that puck out of danger. Gets it to the near side to Karkner. Karkner now throws an indirect pass off the boards. It doesn't get behind the Cleveland defense. And I do appreciate our coach having a few choice words for the Cleveland coach. Hold your kids accountable, in my opinion. And that's just a classless move. The Barons now control the puck behind their net. Looks like South Kent will get set up. And they decide to stretch the ice, the far length of the ice, and that will go for an icing. Back in the offensive zone here. Fuller takes that shot. That's blocked. And Cleveland's off on a 2-on-1 the other way. They take a shot. That goes off this stick paddle of Bennett Law. $11:58 remaining here. Gogan out to take the faceoff. South Kent does win the faceoff here. Oh, what are you going to... No, I'll just keep my mouth comments to myself. He's smart. He's not sure he's played. So, looks like Cleveland will go on a first power play. That's a tough one here to swallow. But we'll get that up on the board. For you folks at home. Again, our unsponsored power play did brought into Missy Plots. Jeff might be throwing out there, but we got to get those technical difficulties figured out. So Cleveland has that puck. They move it on the half wall here. They go back down low, up the far side. He takes a shot. Bennett Law makes a blocker save. Mikulski knocks that one out of the air. Back up to the far side for Cleveland on the power play. And Brooks Armstrong pressures his guy up top to the Cleveland defenseman, back down low. And they try to get that puck through the middle. And Bennett Law makes another save. Oops, I'm sorry, I did not hit the block. Apologies. So there's 11:23 with a minute 31 remaining on the power play. Get a little stronger on the finger here. Cleveland wins that face-off, and they get that puck back to the point, to the far side. He cuts back into the middle, comes over here to the near side. Back over to the far side, takes a shot, and it's saved by Bennett Law. Here on the near side, Cleveland has it. They try to get that one to the middle of the net, and they're going to play it on the near side. And I can't believe they're going to call that one, but it looks like we're going down 2 men. Here, they try to go backdoor, and Hunter Carson gets a stick on it. They take a shot, it bounces off the boards. And it looks like Seymour's going to get a penalty. I'm not exactly sure, but Hunter Carson makes another great blocker save, and as we get possession of that puck, they are going to call 88 Jabez Seymour for a 2-minute for tripping penalty, and South Kent will go down 2 men. 44 seconds on the first kill. It's a big kill here early on in the game. But Cleveland's able to control it off the face-off. They move it back up top. They back and forth, D to D. They decide to go down low on the near side. Try to go across seam. Back, move it back up top. Out down low. They try to go back door to their guy sneaking in, and that doesn't get through. And they are able to get it out of the zone. 15 seconds remaining on the first one. And that stepped up by Mikulski there. Takes a shot, score. Typical Arrowhead fashion, celebrating in front of our team. Yeah, I just can't. I just can't handle when kids are not held accountable. It just bothers me, and again, we're short-handed here for a minute 24 on the official game clock. Oh, I'll get you the official here because I'm moving up to 10 minutes exactly. Cleveland's able to control that puck. Face off there. Bullard goes in. And he sends that out into the neutral zone. Cleveland's able to control it. They come on the far side. He gets stood up by, I believe that was Kern. But they're able to get set up here. And they come to the near side to this defenseman. And a block shot by Kern, sacrificing his body on the PK. And that will get through. And Gogan's in on a one-on-one with Cleveland. He comes in, he takes a shot, and that will be a save on Cleveland's goaltender. So we have 45 seconds remaining on Seymour's tripping penalty. Cleveland is up 1-0. South Kent controls that face-off, and Mikulski goes high and over the net, hits off the glass. Battle along the wall here, and see who comes out with it. It looks like Cleveland will come out with it. Cleveland comes up the middle of the ice on their power play breakout, and Brooks Armstrong forces him to the outside and gives him a hit, and Cooper plots. Racing down after the puck. Gets inside his guy, throws his shot on net, and goaltender gloves that one down. And he gets that set up with 13 seconds remaining in the power play as they come up the middle of the ice here. And it looks like South Kent's going to go back to it shorthanded. He's calling another tripping call on Cooper Plots. In the first 11 minutes of this game, South Kent has been shorthanded 3 times. It's tough to get a flow going for your team if you're in the box. But we'll get Seymour back here in 1 second. Kern out to take the draw. Wins that one back, but Cleveland's able to get control. We got Seymour's back. They come on the far side. Kern puts pressure on his guy. Knocks him off the puck. They bring it to the near side. Down low. To the middle. And they're not able to get a rebound as Bennett Law makes that save. Cleveland out into the neutral zone. And here they put pressure on him, and they don't allow him to enter the offensive zone. So Cleveland's got to continue to go back, but they send it up the wall here and chip it in deep. And that will be sent out by Pomerico on the far ice, and they're going to call that an icing. 7:50 remaining in the first period. South Kent still shorthanded for the third time in this game. Gogan in to take the draw with Armstrong, Allison, and Carson. To the left of Bennett Law. And South Kent will control that. He sends it to the far side. Armstrong sends it up to the middle, and that will go the length of the ice for another icing with 7:40 remaining in the first period, and that one will come to the right of Bennett Law. Bennett Law has been up for the task so far. This is his third power play that he's seen from Cleveland. Hope that kind of evens out and South Kent gets the next one, you would hope. And Armstrong sends that up the wall. Hunter Carson puts stick on his guy, and Tyson Gogan up top. They move it to the outside, but they can't control it. But now they come out with and they take a shot on that. That's saved by Bennett Law. Out to the point here for Cleveland. They come down the far side. They take a shot. That misses the net. Brooks Armstrong in after the puck. And that pressure, slight pressure on his D, but with 20 seconds remaining in the South Kent penalty. Down 1-0. They're able to get that one chipped past Carson. Seymour puts the body on his guy and is able to disrupt the play. And Carson throws a big hit on Cleveland. Seymour gets it to the far side. And Mikulski puts a hit, and there was a miscommunication on the line change there with 6:27 remaining in the first period. South Kent kills off another penalty. They are 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. One was on a 2-man advantage. That goal was scored. And Cooper Potts is able to get pressure and push that out to the neutral zone. Karkner over there. He runs and he hits, and he's going to get a penalty. Karkner lays out number 17, Budaj. A little late, I will say, but thank you, Corbs. Corbs, he's going to go for a roughing penalty. Corbin, 18 is the other one you want to take care of business with. 18, 1-8. One up from number 17 that you just took because he ran somebody earlier as well. So we got one more to take care of. They get to the far side. Takes a shot. Bennett Law just snags it out of the air with his gloved hand. And move it here to the near side. He steps out, steps around, tries to get back down low. They come back up top. That play is going to stay in the zone, and they move it to the far side. Cooper goes off of Cooper's skate, And Allison is able to get that out of danger and back into Cleveland's zone where they have to regroup on the power play. They carry that puck up the other side and they send it in deep. And Kaylor Bullard's over there battling. Decide who comes up with possession. They move it over to Allison. Allison's going to go indirect off the boards, but not able to get out. But Cooper Plotz battles and gets that out of the zone. And Cleveland has to go back to get and on the power play, gets set up with 53 seconds remaining. They pull it in, they send it in, and Mikulski goes back to get it. He sends it high off the glass, and that takes another crazy bounce. But Kern's able to get it out, and hopefully that doesn't go all the way down, as it will go for an icing. So we have my power play time says 38. The official clock says 37. So Karkner will get out of the box in 37 seconds. With 4:52 remaining in the first period, Cleveland Barons 1, South Kent 0. That is get knocked around with Armstrong, who's able to get it out, and that will go the length of the ice, and they're calling no icing on this. They're saying that that was tipped or deflected. And it comes up the near side, back into the offensive zone. They throw it across crease, and Bennett Law makes a post-to-post save again. They move it back out. Bennett Law attacks, and Mikulski gets that puck, and he's not able to get it out as Nolan Ignacio keeps it in. They go out to the far side, and that's out of reach of that Cleveland defenseman. Karkner's out of the box, and he's looking to go to the bench, and we'll get a line change. And actually, no, Karkner stayed out because I don't think they could get the line change. But Brooks is all along the wall there, and Corbin there is number 18 right next to you. So when you take his number and hit him up later. Mikulski battles his guy along the wall, but Cleveland's able to carry that behind the net. They cut back, they throw it down low, they come up in front, but nobody's there. And Brooks Armstrong finishes off his check at the point. They move it up top, and Mikulski's battling with Budosh, but Mikulski's able to get that out of the danger, and Cleveland will carry the puck back up to here, the near side, and they send a soft one down the boards, and Drew Allison goes back to get it. He sends it up to Mosley. Mosley to Seymour, indirect pass for Plotz. Plotz in on a 2-on-1. He's got Seymour going to the net, and there is no rebound on that play. So right now we have Seymour, Cooper Plotz, and Mosley as a line with Allison and Carson. It looks like Cooper Plotz is going to take this face off, and he switches his hands around. His patented Plotz wins that face off. Shot wide from Seymour. Plotz puts body on his guy, and that puck bounces out, and Cleveland's able to get it out into the neutral zone. Drew Allison does a couple of cutbacks, and he's able to send it in deep. Goaltender for Cleveland comes out to play it. And Hunter Carson holds the line. That hits off somebody's mask, I believe. Maybe Mitch Mosley. Seymour on the body. A little scrum along the wall, but Seymour's able to move that back to Allison. Allison moves it over to Carson. Carson over to Seymour. Seymour enters the offensive zone, pulls back, opens up, cuts to the middle, takes a shot, save by Cleveland's goaltender. Mosley gets body position and gets the puck. But unfortunately, Cleveland's able to carry that out of trouble. And Bullard steps up on Cleveland and shuts them down at the blue line. And that is sent in by Tyson Gogan. And they send it the length of the ice, and Bennett Law will just blow the whistle. If something's going on between, I believe, Mosley and Aerosmith, we just got to keep our heads straight and stay out of his nonsense. The kid has been nonsense for a lot of years, so just got to stay away from it. Let's get back in his game where it's only a 1-0 game. Hit the power play and get a goal. Looks like South Kent will get kicked out of this face-off, and we will have Itai Golan in to take the draw. And Cleveland comes out with that face-off, but aren't able to get anything there, and Cleveland's going back. Oh, we're finally going to get our first power play here for the South Kent Cardinals. Looks like number 13, Alex Oliver, going into the box for a slashing penalty. Get South Kent's power play up on the board here. Gogan, Karkner, Armstrong, Kern, Allison. And Gogan wins that faceoff back to Allison. Allison tries to send it to Kern, but that's sticked away by Carson Joy. And we almost decide to turn that puck over there. Allison gets it far side to Karkner. Karkner comes in, drops it over to Gogan. Gogan in, takes a shot, hits the Cleveland's shin pad. And Armstrong moves it out to over to Kern. Kern takes a shot, and Karkner gets dumped in front. Maybe he dumped his guy, I'm not sure. Maybe it was simultaneously. But it comes back out in the neutral zone for Allison. Allison to Kern, back to Allison. Over to Gogan. Hits Kern on the far side. Kern's coming in. It looks like South Kent's going for a slight bit of a change. Mikulski in. He dishes it off to Gogan. Gogan takes a shot. That hit off the crossbar or the post. I'm not exactly sure which one. Tough to tell. And Gogan now has the puck. He carries it through the neutral zone. He moves it up to Kern, and they're going to call that one an offsides with 35 seconds remaining in this first period. So that face-off will come back to center ice. Javis, Seymour, Mosley, Watts, Mikulski, Amarico. Mikulski has the puck. He sets up on the breakout here in the neutral zone. He moves it up to Mosley. Mosley goes to the outside and back to Seymour. Seymour comes down low. He sends it out to Mikulski. Mikulski over to the Cooper Plots. That's off, not a tape-to-tape pass. So we got 12 seconds remaining here in the period. Mikulski carries it through the middle, takes a shot down low, goes after to get the rebound. 4 seconds remaining. He sends it over to Seymour, who's not able to control that puck, and that will end the first period. That will end the first period with South Kent down 1-0. I believe we're going in for an ice cut. Going to get this set up here for the second period. For those that need a little bit of a break and need to get a coffee break here early in the morning, go to the bathroom, get a little breakfast sandwich, whatever you need to get you fueled up for the second period. And we will be back in approximately 12 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live again here. South Kent's coming out for the second period. We'll start the period with an 18-second power play. Not much, but it is what it is. Excuse me, fighting off a cold or whatever's going around. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been notified that if you are a fan of card collecting, one of our parents has some hockey cards. I'm hoping to get one signed by Mr. Matt Karkner. Hope he's able to sign one and give me one live in Florida in 2 weeks when I'll be back live, as I'm out of commission next week for the Mount Games. But I'll be back in Sunrise, Florida, or Coral Springs, or Fort Lauderdale, or West Palm, wherever we're going. Hopefully, Matt is able to send me down a signed hockey card. And we're underway. In the second period, Armstrong carries it wide. Gets knocked off of his stick. And Cleveland's able to get it out of danger and carry it up through the middle of the ice and send it wide. And that will get knocked. Taylor Bullard's able to control it. Fumbles up off of his stick. And Armstrong back to Bullard. Bullard sends it wide side to Kern. Kern tries to hit Gogan in the middle and just out of reach. Mikulski throws it backhand to his partner, Pomrico. Pomrico hits it up to Gogan. And Cleveland will now take possession of the puck and try to throw it behind backs. Mikulski goes behind the net with Armstrong on the wall. Gogan sends that puck back to Pomrico. Pomrico throws a backhand pass up, not out of the zone. Kern puts a check on his guy. Mikulski in on the Cleveland forward. Plays the body. Pinned on the boards, and that's going to come over to Pomrico. Cleveland gets possession of the puck. They hit the guy in the neutral zone, try to go back door. That's blocked by Mikulski's leg, and out of danger by Armstrong. Armstrong trying to get it out of the zone, and he's not able to get it out. And there we have a couple toe drags here at the blue line by the Cleveland defenseman. He turns that over to Mikulski. Mikulski moves it up quickly to Gogan. Gogan tries to move it to Armstrong, but these two are gassed and need to get off the ice, as well as the D, and we'll take that offside play as we needed to get some fresh bodies out on the ice. The boys were gassed a little. Allison moves it over to Carson, and Karkner carries it wide. He's in the far corner. Spins off his guy, throws that puck low to high over to Allison. Allison fans on it, but he's able to stick with it. Good job, Drew. Way to stay with that puck. But Cleveland will now have possession. They turn that over, and Seymour can't play the puck because he got his stick knocked out of his hands. And Cleveland's able to send it in down behind South Kent's net. Allison will carry it. He'll make a stretch pass up the ice to Seymour. Seymour will spin off, throws it to the middle. Karkner trying to come in for a hit. Seymour has it. He tries a little toe flip over top of the stick, but Plotz is able to get that in deep. South Kent's on a line change. So it gives a free breakout here for Cleveland. Cleveland's not able to get anything through, and Pomrico sends it up, and that'll come off Billy Mascari. Billy Mascari will send it in, and for Jackson Mosley. Jackson Mosley trying to protect the puck from his guy, and Cleveland's able to control it. They send an indirect pass up to the near side and he does the splits and loses possession of the puck, and that jumps over, and we have Mosley coming on one-on-one. He tries to go inside, and he gets knocked off the puck, and he's going to draw a penalty, it looks like. A roughing call maybe on that one. I'm not 100% sure. But we have, no, that will be number 26, Carson Joy. That has a rough. That must have been behind the play. So South Kent will get their second power play of the game. And we'll bring out Gogan, Karkner, Armstrong, Kern, Allison. And Gogan wins the draw back to Allison. Allison walks that puck to the middle. Over to Gogan, back up to Allison. Allison takes a shot, and that rebound's steered to the corner. And Brooks Armstrong in after it, but he's not able to get possession, and they throw the puck the length of the ice, when that will be an icing on Cleveland with 13:22 remaining in the second period, and that will come to the left of the Cleveland goaltender. Gogan in to take the draw again. But Cleveland's able to control that face-off with Karkner putting the body on. And they will come out of here in the neutral zone for Allison to come back and get the puck. He'll just pull that puck behind his net and come up the middle of the ice with it. He dishes it off to the near side for Gogan with speed, entering the offensive zone. He tries to get him to the outside, but will slash to the hands. He's not able to control that. Armstrong turns that over, and here comes Cleveland the other way. Take a shot on Bennett, and he'll make the save with 12:45 remaining in the second period. 1:04 on the official game clock on the power play for South Kent. South Kent will bring out Seymour, Potts, Mosley, Pomerico, and Mikulski for the second half of the power play. And Cleveland's able to control that off the face-off, and they will pull that back into the neutral zone. Send it up to the far side, and that'll give a chance for Mikulski to go back to get it behind his net. He comes up the middle of the ice. He dishes it off to the far side for Pomerico. Pomerico sends a soft little chip into the boards with Cooper Putz going to get after it. Pomerico has it in his skates. He moves it up top to Mikulski. Mikulski back to Pomerico. Pomerico takes a shot. Rebound save. Pomerico has it again. Back down low to Mosley. Back up to Pomerico. Pomerico cuts to the middle, and that gets deflected and goes out of into the corner. Potts has it on the wall, moves it down to Seymour. Seymour looks off the defenseman and goes right to the net with the puck, and it's loose. And we've got four guys down low, and we can't get a in. And Cleveland's able to get that puck with a good stick check by Mikulski to keep that at the red line. And South Kent will not score on that power play. Mikulski spins back in the offensive zone. He has a guy, and he doesn't decide to pass the puck. He pulls it up to the high side, throws it on back down low, and Cooper Plutch tries to get a stick on that. So that puck will get set down the ice for an icing on Cleveland with 11:20 remaining in the first period. We had possession of the puck. Guys were in front of the net. We had defensemen wide open out high. We could have potentially moved it out there. We got to just keep creating chances. We just got to do the best to create as many chances as we can and fight for those rebounds. Gogan is able to get that in deep. Kern moves it out to Armstrong, and Armstrong had to get that one on the backhand, but he was able to get a full wood on that. Kern has, he spins, he throws, and we're going to have a whistle for, I believe, net off. So that'll come to the left of Cleveland's goaltender with Gogan to take the draw again. Hopefully we can win another face-off. It's good to win face-offs and get puck possession. Better to play offense than play defense. That was always my motto. Excuse me. And Cleveland's able to get that and come up the outside. They try to come to the inside, near side here. Bullard defends off his guy, and he gets ran by Aerosmith. Again, solid effort by Aerosmith, who decides to run players from behind. But we have a 2-on-1 with Gogan. Gogan goes back door. Nice save by the Cleveland goaltender. Gogan moves that puck. He tries to hit Mikulski coming off the bench, but that's not a good chance there. Pass was just off, and he sends that up the far side, but Seymour's able to get a stick on it, or not able to get a stick on it, and that'll go icing. So, with 10:21 remaining in the period, 1-0 Cleveland. Seymour in to take the face off. And Cleveland comes out with possession on that one. Pomrico throws a little stutter step, but is able to get it out. And here comes Cooper Plotz. Cooper Plotz beats his guy to the inside. He takes a shot off the post. Cooper Plotz sends that one off the post. He protected that puck really nice and pulled it backhand to forehand and then off the post or crossbar and out into the lack of fans that we have here. This facility holds about 5,000 probably, and we are standing strong at 63 probably. Well, if we include the players, we might be up to 83. South Kent wins the face-off. Takes a shot again, and that is deflected by a Barons stick. Seymour spun off and looked off the defenseman and spun it back on his forehand. Cleveland's going for a line change. And Cooper Plotz in to take the face-off. Cooper Plotz. No, we're not able to get possession off the face-off. And that'll bring, I believe that's offsides, but okay. So Cleveland will have possession. They send the puck down low. Mikulski tries to spin off as he had a guy on the forecheck, and he knocks that puck out of midair. And they get the puck wide. Shot. And we have a 2-on-1 coming the other way, but good stick by Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson's able to break up that 2-on-1 and bring that play back down the other end. Mikulski stops that in the neutral zone, and Carter hits a little check on number 17 he got earlier. Corbs, we're still waiting for 18, bud. So he takes a shot, and that comes out of the zone. Drew Allison throws a backhand up. Cleveland will get possession. That's too many men on the ice, and that will be a power play for South Kent as that they power play for South Kent here. Let's see if we can get something building off of that last one. That will be a 2-minute, too many men on the ice penalty. So we're going to come out with Gogan, Armstrong, Karkner, Kern, Allison, Gogan to take the draw. Cleveland wins that face-off, but Karkner's able to get it. And he moves it out to Gogan. Gogan moves it over to Kern. Kern puts it to Drew Allison, but Drew Allison was pressured at the blue line and created a turnover. And Allison gets hit and takes a nice little tough one off the noggin there. Hopefully he's all right. We got Brooks Armstrong entering the offensive zone, tries to go backdoor. And Allison back here into the neutral zone. Yeah, he's gets a little bit of pressure. Gogan moves it across ice to Armstrong. Armstrong protects that puck. He's able to not be able to keep that in his zone, and that will come the other way for Cleveland. And Karkner turns over and comes up the far side. Karkner's able to get that puck down low, and they fan on that to get it out, but we're not really gaining any possession on this power play. But Mikulski will go back to retrieve that puck, and he decides to cut back because he had a line change, waiting for some forwards to get out on the ice and set up their power play breakout. And he carries them through the middle. He sends a stretch pass up to Mosley. Mosley into the offensive zone. He throws it to the far side, and Mikulski will take that one off of his skate. And Cleveland's able to get a pinch, but Mikulski is able to control that. We have a 4-on-2. He cuts to the middle. He tries to send that far side to Plotz. Plotz throws a little chip behind at Pomrico. Pomrico has it behind the goal line. There's 9 seconds remaining in the power play here. Mikulski spins, throws it down low, down cross crease, and Pomrico is able to pick up that rebound. And they're off to it takes a shot, and the Barons are back to full strength. And they have it on the far side, and they send that, and that gets past Bullard. Bullard is able to stretch the ice up to Seymour. Seymour cuts back, protects the puck, tries to get it low, is not able to keep it in his zone, but there's a battle along the boards. And Cooper Plotz tries to go D to D, but Pomrico wasn't there, and he puts a body in on Aerosmith. And Bullard chips that back to his forward. Tries to come up the ice to Mosley, but that's not hard enough, and back to Bullard. Bullard sends that far side, and there's no icing there. And Jackson Mosley in on the first on the forecheck. Gogan in second here. Brooks Armstrong. I'm assuming Caden Kern's going to be coming off the bench to finish off this line change. And we have Drew Allison and Hunter Carson on D. Drew Allison can't handle that pass. He sends it over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson tries to hit the Tyson, and that will go for an icing with 5:30 remaining here in the second period. So, right now, Cleveland's still holding into their 1-goal lead that they scored on a 5-on-3 penalty early in the game. They started off with 3 straight power plays. A couple 2-man advantages, but who's counting? That face-off is won by South Kent, and then Allison sends it to far side to Kern. Kern tries to send the streaking Armstrong through the neutral zone, but that was behind him, and that is directed to the wall by Bennett Law. Kern tries to send it in the middle, and we'll have an offsides penalty. Or offsides play, not penalty. And we have Pomrico throw a little slip move, a little open up. How you doing? See you later. I'll move that puck out to the strong side, but it gets turned over, and that's saved by Bennett Law, who just takes that one in the breadbasket and shuts down play. And on defense on this shift, we'll have Mikulski Pomrico with a little slick little move he threw in there in that last one, with Seymour, Plotz, and I believe Karkner. I need Karkner to throw that weight around. Okay, they're throwing out the Cleveland center. And in to take the draw. And South Kent's able to come through with it. And Cooper Plotz busts through the middle there. He sends that puck down on the Cleveland goaltender. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off to the left of. Oh, here we go. Typical Yelling, screaming. Dealt with it all last year. But who's counting? I know who's counting. Carrie Kartner decided to tell me that she came up with 84 cards. 84 cards. There's enough for the whole team. Hopefully all autographed. And that play will go behind South Kent's net. And nice pass from Rico up to Plotz that was actually in his skates. And Seymour on a forecheck. And here comes Cleveland. Cleveland's able to do a little cut back. They try to hit the guy on the far side. And we got turnovers here. We got a 3-on-1 down low. And Mikulski's able to get that puck out. He sends a soft little chip. We've got a 3-on-1. We've got Cooper Plotz. We've got Gogan going to the net. And that's off of Gogan's stick. And we had Kartner as the F3 driving to the net there. Far side down. Battling down low. It looks like South Kent will go on another power play as number 71, Dalton Delosier, decides to hit somebody without the puck. From behind, I believe. So he's having a little conversation with the referee, and the referee's calling him for cross-check. So South Kent will go on the power play, and we'll find out as of right now, this is an unsponsored power play. Got to work out those logistics. Drew Allison. Cut into the middle. Over to Kern. Kern tries to hit the bumper guy in the middle, but that bounces off the boards, and that'll go to Gogan. Gogan moves down to Armstrong. Armstrong back to Gogan. Gogan over to Allison. Allison takes that off to the outside, and Gogan gets his shot blocked by Carson Joy. Corbin Kartner down there. He's first man on the puck. He's able to get possession. He moves it out to Drew Allison. They take a shot, and Kartner tries to spin off of his guy and get that rebound. Armstrong cuts to the middle, and there will be Kartner's battling in front. That 200-pound frame in front. It's probably hard to knock him out of the way, and but takes a couple of hits. That's what you got to do on the power play. You got to be willing to sacrifice your body, take cross checks to the back, punches to the head, and puck's got to get moving. Puck's got to get moving up top. South Kent wins that draw. They move it back to Allison. Allison tries to walk the blue line, but that is a stick in the lane by Cleveland's forechecker, and he's able to have possession and cut back and waste a little bit of time here. He goes behind his own net. He sends that one off the glass and will not go for an icing, and Allison will have to go back, and he pumps that to Gogan. Gogan will have it. He comes up here on the near side. He cuts to the middle, and he's able to get that off to Kern, and Kern tries to go backdoor to Armstrong, and that one might have come off of his stick, and it looks like South Kent will go back to get this puck. Mikulski spins off of his forechecker, and he's able to fight off that one. Comes through the middle and enters the offensive zone. Carries it wide, still has possession of the puck, still controls it. Back up top. He's able to move that puck over to Plotz. Plotz, he has that, gets that shot blocked. Plotz down below. We got Mosley with possession, and we have 10 seconds on the power play. They try to go far side to Pomrico with an 85-foot stretch pass across the ice. And we got guys coming out of the box, and Cleveland's able to control that, kill that penalty off. Mikulski can't handle that pass. That bumps over his stick. He cuts back, tries to do a little stutter step. He gets away from his guy, and he moves it up to Seymour. Seymour has the puck, but he's able to get it in deep and back out in the neutral zone. He had to wait for everybody to clear the zone. And that play is stopped by Bullard, but Cleveland's able to get it in deep. Bullard first back. He sends a reverse to Pomerico. Pomerico plots through the neutral zone, catches it on the backhand. Mosley is able to come through with some speed, cuts to the middle, takes a shot, just misses the net. And we have Bullard pinching down on the strong side, tries to go to Plots, and that will bounce in on the goaltender, and we'll have a whistle with 55.5 seconds remaining in the period. And as you guys know, I don't have tenths of a second, so we'll stick with 55. Gogan in to take the draw. He wins it. Bullard over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson, that gets blocked by Cleveland. And they move that puck back out to the defenseman. Kaylor Bullard has it now. He takes a shot, and goaltender steers that off to the side, as that wasn't really on net, but that's jumps over Hunter Carson. We have a 2-on-1 coming the other way. And they score with 35 seconds remaining to make it 2-0 for Cleveland. Tough little break there. It bounces over Carson's stick. Send them on a 2-on-1. Looks like we have a little stick exchange here between Kern and Cleveland player Owen Ignacio. And Brooks Armstrong tries to get and he throws a reverse hit. And that's a good body. But Cleveland's coming out on a 3-on-3 when they come through the neutral zone, and I cannot believe that's not offsides. And we are going to go back on a power play because that is coming through the neutral zone, and he runs another guy. But arguing with the referee, not surprised. That would be an interference call. That'll come to the right of Cleveland's goaltender. We have 16.4 seconds. Allison has that puck. Moves it over to Gogan. Gogan takes a shot. Save. Carpenter tries to get the rebound, and that's fought off by the Cleveland goaltender with 5 seconds remaining. Back out to Allison. Allison takes a shot, and that's deflected again once again, and we'll have it the end of the period. Typical. Here we go. I love it. No control on the players. No control from their players. Sure, they're going to call 1-1 here. Oh, Aerosmith is letting his team know that they can go because he must be the captain of the team. Solid captain. Well, in the meantime, here we will get our scoreboard back up to 17 minutes for the third period. See if we can why that automatically goes back like that. So I will play around with the scoreboard here. I'll get you guys to get your restroom break, get your maybe a little brunch before we hit the third. If you've already had your coffee and donuts before this, between the first and second, hopefully you'll have something different between the second and third. And we'll have 17 minutes of hockey when we come back live. As this happens every game. Talk to the referees. looks like we are gonna, first of all, we're back live. The boys are just getting ready to step on the ice. And we're gonna start this third period. It looks like we're gonna go 4-on-4. Somehow, Drew Allison got a penalty here at the end of the period. And so we might as well get that up on the board. 4-on-4. Hold on a second. I thought I had this figured out. No, I'm not getting this figured out here. So bear with me. We'll have a 4-on-4. That play will come off. South Kent had the power play first. I got to put them on the board. Then they had it. Cleveland, at the end of the day, Cleveland's going to have a 16-second power play. Let's just put it that way. Drew Allison must have got something at the end of the period. So my scoreboard here won't be exact. But I'll try my best to look at the real scoreboard and let you folks know when the power play will start for them. So start this third period, 4-on-4. We'll have Gogan out here with Armstrong, Pomerito, and Mikulski, and they win that back to Mikulski. Mikulski will have possession of the puck. He moves it over to Pomerito. Pomerito moves it to Gogan, and that'll come back to Pomerito. 4-on-4 action. Mikulski will have that and carried up the far side. Comes into the zone, loses an edge, goes down. And that will come back the other way, and Gogan's able to knock his guy off the puck. And Gogan carries it up. We have a 4-on-3, a 3-on-2 coming in. We try to toe drag through. Gogan takes a shot and scores. That will be a goal scored by Gogan to make this game 2-1. Armstrong should get an assist on that as well. So number 10, Tyson Gogan with the goal. Looks like he goes down right below the goaltender's glove. And we'll get this game back within 1. Cleveland's able to control that puck off the face-off, but Bullard chips that and sends it up to Seymour. Seymour tries to get it to Kern, but that's in his skates. And Cleveland will get possession, and they'll move it over to the weak side D as he carries that up and then cuts to the middle here to the near side. And he throws that off the boards, and Hunter Carson sends him for a ride. Bullard chips that one up, and Kern can't chip it over to Seymour, but that goes off, and I think that's going to be an offsides play. 14:44. So in 28 seconds here, Cleveland will go on a power play for a short 16-second power play. Then time will play 4-on-4. Gogan wins that face-off back, gets it to Mikulski. Mikulski to Pomerito. Pomerito comes into the near side, carries in his zone, pulls up, hits Gogan. Gogan up to the top. Mikulski takes a shot. Low, save by Cleveland. It's nice to see when you win face-offs and the puck possession that you guys can do and move. There we go. We move it again. And that comes over to Mikulski. Mikulski hits Gogan in the slot. Gogan back down to Mikulski. Mikulski has it, spins, gets that puck out of the zone, and we're shorthanded right now. And Mikulski sends that back to Gogan. And they're going to try to eat this clock here with 5 seconds to go. And Gogan will get that one out and send it softly down the other end of the ice. But we'll go for a whistle for an icing. Not sure why that went for an icing. I thought Cleveland would have touched that. And we get Plotz back here as he had coincidental minors at the end of the period as well. So Cleveland player had a roughing penalty, Plotz with a roughing penalty, and it looked like Drew Allison got an extra. And that's blocked by Plotz. Seymour down. Allison has it. Allison comes to the near side. He sends it up to the boards to Karkner. Karkner has it. He comes into the offensive zone. He comes wide. And he gets that puck knocked off of his stick. And Cleveland's able to get it up through the middle, but that's a turnover, and Allison steps up, and he'll send that in deep. And Karkner first on it. He beats his guy. He stick lifts. He didn't want any piece of that. That comes over, and that bounces over Drew Allison's stick. Allison over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson throws it up to Karkner. Karkner protects that puck. He's able to still have it in the near side corner. Gets hit against the boards. Plotz sends that back down low. Karkner, who tries to cycle it back to Seymour, but that gets intercepted by Cleveland. And we have a couple of little, but Cleveland's able to have control. They throw a little D to D hinge, and they carry it through the middle, and they send it in deep. That will go behind South Kent's net with Kaylor Bullard to play the puck. But that gets turned over by Hunter Carson. And Mosley gets bodied off. But Billy Mascari is able to get it out to Itai Golan. Itai fans on that play, but he's able to get it into the zone just a little bit, but Cleveland won't be able to come back out and send it. That was behind the red line and probably should have been an icing. But nice little reverse by Pomerico to Bullard and up to Golan. And where are we at here? Sorry about that, folks. That kind of took a bounce off, and that's going to go the length of the ice. And I'm not sure why that's not an ice. But Gogan tries to chip that one out. And there's a lot of reaching going on here inside South Kent's zone. Mikulski in the corner. He sends it. Aerosmith tries to run him. And Mikulski goes back to get the puck. Mikulski chips that one out into the neutral zone. And that comes D to D. And they move that into the offensive zone, and that's not able to be controlled. Mikulski overhandles that, but he's able to get it back. He comes behind the net. He sends it to Pomerico. And able to get it out of danger. And Cleveland, that's not going to be an icing. Cleveland will carry it up. They'll hit the stretch guy on the far blue line. He can't handle it. And that gets turned over, and here comes Kern. Kern has it on the left-hand side. He takes a shot, rebound. In Gogan skates. And Plotz gets taken down. And we got out to the D. And we're going to have a hand pass here by South Kent. So that play should come out into the neutral zone here. If 11:49 remaining in the period, in this third period here, folks. 2-1 Cleveland over South Kent. And it looks like they're going to throw out Plotzy, and Karkner gets in here to take a face-off. So, South Kent loses that face-off. Apologies. And they send that puck all the way down the other end of the ice, and Hunter Carson's in on them. And Karkner now is able to come out with it. And he tries to move it up to Seymour, and they're going to say he deflected that. And Seymour protects it from his Cleveland defenseman that puts the body on him, and Cleveland's able to come out of the zone into the neutral zone. Seymour puts pressure, and Cleveland bench is open. Dangerous play. Bowler tries to step up, but that gets knocked over. So that comes over here to the near side to Karkner. Karkner comes down the left wall here. He drives the net, cuts back, throws a backhand pass in, and that goes through Mosley's skates and into the crease. Mosley gets stick lift there, and they're able to get it out of the zone, and Cleveland comes in on a 1-on-3. Pomrico's able to keep his guy to the outside. Billy Mascari has it. He moves it over to Pomrico. Pomrico up to Golan. Golan spins off of his guy who's going in for the check. And that'll come out here in the neutral zone. And Cleveland will get possession of it. They move it over to this other defenseman, who now has up on the near side. He doesn't have a play, so he gets it. Tries to throw it in deep. Pomrico, he's going to stop it. They hit the guy in the slot. Bullard sticks up. And Bennett Law with the glove save. I apologize. I might have missed that glove save there. Bennett, it was about 12 inches off the ice. Bennett snags that with the glove. Those of you who were watching yesterday, they pulled a windmill save at the end of the game like Dominic Hassett. And the Barons are able to get possession, but then South Kent had it, and that comes into the corner. Mikulski sends it up to the strong side, and that should have been a tripping penalty. Mikulski behind the net has some time. He sends a backhand over to the other side to Billy Mascari. Billy Mascari moves it up to Gogan. Gogan tries to send that to Kern. I'm sorry, not Billy Mascari. That was Armstrong. And Cleveland sends a shot on net. And Bennett Law will take the glove save and hit the whistle to the left of Bennett. Third game of their showcase. Cleveland won against Fox Motor in overtime on Friday. They beat the Buffalo Junior Sabres yesterday, and they're battling the Cleveland Barons right now. Another one-goal game, but they were able to beat Buffalo by 2. Alan Carson sends it off the glass. It takes a bad hop. And Karkner, he protects the puck. He stitches off to Seymour. Seymour takes a shot. And another punch just thrown after the whistle. Seymour gets dumped. Let's see if they call anything here. They don't look like they're going to call anything. So I guess you can dump players. And we have some chirping on the bench from Cleveland. It's hard to keep the players accountable, I suppose, from chirping. 15-year-olds, keep your mouth shut and play the game. That play will come on here on the near side wall. We have that. We'll get bounces back to Mikulski. Mikulski goes to the far side. Indirect pass for Armstrong. And connect. Cleveland sends that far side. And they bring it back over to the near side. Cleveland's playing a little passing back and forth here in the neutral zone. And Gogan will have the puck behind the net. He tries to throw that up to Mikulski, who's playing, and we'll have an offsides call. 8:34 remaining. That play will come out here in the neutral zone. Oh, no. Back to center ice. 8:34, Cleveland 2, South Kent 1. Over to Allison. Allison has it, throws an indirect pass off boards, but that does not get through to Karkner. And Bullard will try to get that to Mascari, who could not handle that. And we have Jackson Mosley first on the forecheck. But They go D to D and move it up here to the near side, and they chip it back. Mosley comes in. Cleveland's able to still have possession of the puck. Mosley sticks with it. Jackson stays with it and gets on the forecheck. E-tie. Apologies, Karkner. I didn't see. And that gets sent far side. Mosley throws a little reverse hit. Hits Potts in the middle. Karkner tries to walk out with that on his forehand. It gets knocked off of his stick. Cleveland will control the play and come up the near side of into the South Kent zone. That's a good stick by Bullard. Bullard now changes it up and Karkner moves it over to Gogan. Gogan spins off of his guy in the corner. We out to Mikulski. Mikulski stutter steps, chips that puck back down behind the net, and Brooks Armstrong is on the forecheck. And Gogan will have that possession. Tries to move it to Armstrong. Armstrong's down low. He decides he's going to walk out to Kern. He can't get the rebound. Kern bites off his guy. He spins off another one. He moves it out to Mikulski. Mikulski over to Pomerico. Pomerico down low to Armstrong, or to Gogan. Apologies. Pomerico tries to walk to the middle. He takes a shot on net, and that is a save by Cleveland. Good little puck movement here in the offensive zone. So it happens when you go low to high from the forwards and move it up, and the defenseman can make a decision whether he wants to take a shot or he goes over to his D partner. We got to create scoring chances and shots on net, rebounds that way. Gogan in to take the draw. He wins that back to Pomerico. Pomerico down to, and Mikulski takes a shot, and that is deflected potentially by Kern in front. Oh, good. We get a face-off win and get puck possession, and we move it out to the D and get shots. Just got to continue to work on that and get our bodies in front of the net and get rebounds. Cleveland will control this face-off. They'll send it up the near side. Doesn't get completely out. Armstrong's able to stop that play. Gogan has it, and that gets knocked off of his stick. Pomerico has it. Mikulski spins off of his guy. Mikulski moves it over to Pomerico. Pomerico hits Gogan, and here he comes on a breakaway. Takes a shot. He shoots and scores. Tyson Gogan with the goal, which will start it from the neutral zone. Mikulski to Pomerico. I believe that went up to Kern, who then hit Gogan in on a breakaway, split the defenseman, and we'll get this game tied 2-2 with 6:21 remaining in the period. Tyson Gogan, his second of the game, leading scorer on the team, with a quick little snapshot over the goalie's glove or under his glove. And we're back to even. Mosley and take the draw. South Kent controls that one, and Hunter Carson's able to get it in deep. Partner in on the forecheck. And there they come up the ice on the near side. They try to chip that one past the defenseman, and Hunter Carson moves it over to Allison. Allison has it. He moves it up to Mosley. Mosley tries to go inside out and gets stood up there at the Cleveland blue line. And Cleveland's not able to get that into the zone, and Cooper Potts is able to knock it down with his glove. And I believe South Kent will go on a power play here. South Kent will go on a power play with 5:40 to go, with a game tied 2-2. That will come down into the offensive zone for South Kent. Decide to see which side it goes to. If it goes to the left side of the Barons goaltender, as it does, it goes to the far dot. And we're going to have Gogan out here with Armstrong, Kern, Karkner, and Allison. Be nice to get this puck possession off this face-off here. And South Kent does win that face-off. They get it out to Allison. Allison has a hard time handling that pass. He gives a little saucer pass to Kern on the half wall. Kern moves that back out to Allison. Back to Kern. Kern tries to take a shot. That doesn't get through. Armstrong needed to jump around the defense or the referee, and Cleveland's on the 2-on-2 coming up the ice, and that's going to be a 4-on-4. So Kern will get a penalty here for hook, potentially a hooking penalty here. So we're going to go 4-on-4. And with that 4-on-4, we're going to have Jackson Mosley with Cooper Potts, Anthony Pomerico, and Mikulski. And that's going to come to the left of the Dominator, a.k.a. Bennett Law. But Cleveland controls that off the face-off. They go D to D, and they slip back into their zone, which will allow the defenseman to carry it up the middle. He gets knocked off the puck by Mosley, but he comes to the outside. Pomerico gets a stick on that shot. And he spins off his guy in the corner, and he sends it up to Mosley. Mosley has it. He's going to come in, and he's going to send a soft one over top, and Cooper Potts is first on the puck. Cooper Potts has it. He spins it back down to Mikulski. That gets knocked off of his stick. And they come the other way into the South Kent zone, 2-on-3. No trouble there, but Drew Allison's able to chip that one and not get it out of the zone. Cleveland's able to get possession of the puck. Gogan contesting his guy up at the blue line. They move it down low. He tries to step around Mikulski there. Mikulski finishes off his check in the corner. I left the camera there because I thought Errol Smith would have given another extra little shot, as he usually does. Mikulski pinches up. He stops that. And Cleveland's able to not get possession. And now they send the back in deep. They blow a tire down there in the corner, and Cleveland's able to get up to the middle. And they get into the offensive zone. He sends it down deep. Bullard goes back to get it. Bullard protects it, used the net as a decoy, and tries an indirect pass off the boards. Bullard still with the Hunter Carson high flip, and we have a Cleveland power play for approximately 7 more seconds. But a tie game with 3:18 to go. Armstrong decides he's just going to take that one off the boards, and South Kent will kill that power play. Not much of a power play, though, but he gets hit into the boards from Bullard. Mosley bodies his guy, tries to step off the wall, Cleveland, and Bullard sends that up, and that's going to go off the glass and auto play with 2:55 remaining in the period. Third period, 2:55, 2-2 hockey game. That face-off will stay in South Kent zone. That's going to go to the right of Bennett Law. Cooper plots in to take the face-off. Got Karkner with him. Karkner out to the near side. They get a little high tip deflection there. That's saved by Bennett Law. Cleveland's able to control the puck. And Karkner's down low helping out. He moves that over to Allison. Allison has it. He comes up the far side. He gets it out of the zone. And Cooper Potts has to dodge through the defenseman. He takes a shot. And there's nobody there for the rebound. And Drew Allison, he's a couple of cutbacks and decides to go behind the net. And I'm not sure if he lost an edge or if he got tripped, but he's able to get it out and get it in the neutral zone. And here comes Karkner. Karkner is ahead of speed. He comes down the outside. He cuts back, protects the puck. Down into the corner. Billy Mascarian to help. He gets that down low, and Cleveland's able to get that out of danger, but Anthony Pomerico, I apologize. And They control it, and a 2 on. Oh, and Gogan tries to get it over to Armstrong. Armstrong has it. He gets it over to Gogan. Gogan takes a shot. He misses the net. We have a minute 28 remaining, and South Kent's in on the forecheck. They send it up, and that goes off the backside of the Cleveland player. Hunter Carson has trouble staying on his feet there, but Gogan gets it to the outside, and he's trying to get it in deep. And here comes Cleveland the other way. They got it one on. Mikulski plays the play just right. He moves it up to Kern. Kern to Armstrong. Armstrong's not able to get that puck in deep. And there's another turnover. Here comes Kern. Kern gets slashed. He tries to move the puck. And that's going to come out into the neutral zone for Cleveland. And they try to jump around our guy, but Allison's able to stop that and close his gap. Cleveland here with 39 seconds to go. They go to the far side. Jackson Mosley pressuring his guy. He makes him create him a turnover. Cooper Plotz can't get that out of the zone, and Cleveland's able to control that. They send that down in deep. Kaylor Bullard comes out of that with a nice little slip move. They're able to control that, and then Jackson Mosley will send that to the far side. Cooper Plotz in on the forecheck, and here comes Drew Allison. Drew Allison in here with 10 seconds to go. Tries to take a shot, and that'll go high up off the glass. And then we got Billy Mascari walking, or Cooper Plotz walking out of the corner. And with 3 seconds to go, 2-1, and that will end this game in a 2-2 tie. I believe we're going to be going to a 3-minute overtime, just like we did the other day. I'm not 100% sure, but we might want to start this as a 3-minute overtime. 2-2. I'll put 3 minutes on the board to start out and see. We're going to play a 3-on-3. Referees don't seem to know the rules. But then again, hey, neither do we. We played 3 minutes the other day. Maybe some teams play 5 minutes. We're waiting to see what they put on the board. I've already put 3 since we've been in. This is our second overtime of the weekend. Referees are. Looks like I was correct, and we have a 3-minute overtime here. It'll be a 3-on-3, 3-minute overtime. So the boys will battle for an extra point here. Does it really mean anything? No. It means absolutely nothing. Playing midget minor hockey, it means absolutely nothing. But one team will go home a winner and one will go home a loser. So we're going to have Gogan, Armstrong, Allison to start this 3-on-3 overtime. Puck possession is key. And South Kent will win that draw and get it back behind their net. Allison will go behind. He'll get set up. He'll leave it for Armstrong, who comes through the neutral zone with some speed. Little hook there on his hands. He loses possession of the puck, and Cleveland will now have possession of it. Cleveland goes to the far side, back in here to the near side, and he's off of his stick. And Allison's going to close his gap on his guy, and he decides to cut back behind the net and throw that into the corner. Armstrong on it, he cuts back. He comes here to the near side. And he spins back to his forehand. And they try to send that the length of the ice, and Armstrong knocks his guy off. And that will come to Allison. Allison will move that up to Gogan. Gogan spins off of his guy, can't handle it. He battles back in good position, and that will be covered by Bennett Law with 1:47 to go. That'll bring out Cooper Plotz with Caden Kern and Mikulski. 1:47 remaining here in overtime. See if we can get another puck possession face-off win with the Cooper Plotz patting it backhand. As they do, they get it back to Mikulski. Mikulski's going to go behind his net. He's just standing there getting set up. He tries to move it to Kern. Kern carries him up to the near side. He gets cut back. He comes across to Mikulski. Mikulski has it. He pulls it back to his forehand. He cuts back to his, and he sends it back to Cooper Plotz. Cooper Plotz in his own zone. He has Kern on the far side. Kern gets tripped, maybe loses an edge, and Cleveland's going to jump on that puck. Cleveland now has possession of it. Cooper said, and he tried to stretch Mikulski on that one. Was unable to get it there. And he gets that puck up to Mikulski. Mikulski protects the puck, and that goes in for a game winner! Mikulski scores with 49 seconds remaining in the period against his old team, and they're going crazy with a 3-0 weekend. Mikulski with the game winner against his old team that he played last year with. So, folks, Cleveland loses in overtime to South Kent. South Kent, sorry, I got a little excited for the overtime win victories here, but I'm excited for South Kent. I'm excited that the boys pulled one out here and didn't stuck with it, got down early 2-0, and able to get the dub. That'll send them back to Connecticut, happy on the bus. And I would like to thank everybody for tuning in live here from the Cavelli Center in Youngstown, Ohio. The boys are off to Mount next Saturday morning. They will play Mount Saturday. I believe it's 11 o'clock. I'm trying to get the Kern family hooked up on YouTube. We're going to work on those deets over the week. And then South Kent will play Mount again on Sunday at home. And that'll be on the play site. And folks, you get a nice little break from me because I am not going on the Mount trip. But ladies and gentlemen, I will be in Fort Lauderdale for that tournament down there, the Eastern Exposure Cup. So we'll be back live on our YouTube channel in Fort Lauderdale, sunny Fort Lauderdale, and the boys are going to be happy to get out of the cold and into Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, we are signing off here from Youngstown, and we wish to see everybody in Fort Lauderdale.